Welcome all. Today we are going to learn about the mutations and mutation theory and the pedigree analysis. So what is mutation? Mutation is nothing but the spontaneous or the permanent change in the genetic makeup of an organism lead to the change in the phenotype is called mutation. It is the spontaneous or the permanent change in the genetic makeup of an organism that leading to the change in the phenotype is called as the mutation. The mutation theory is given by the mutation theory is given by Hugo de Veres. Hugo de Veres, while he working on ornamental plant called Enothera Lamarckiana. Enothera Lamarckiana is the ornamental plant. It is also called evening primrose. Evening primrose. He found certain characters like the length of the flower or the pollen tube. Like such characters are changed suddenly. He gave that mistake as the mutation. He gave the name that mistake or misprint in the next generation called as mutation. So that the mutation theory of evolution or in the genetics is brought by the Hugo de Veres while working on the ornamental plant called Enothera Lamarckiana. Enothera Lamarckiana or is also called as evening primrose. Then what is a mutation? Already mentioned that mutation is nothing but the spontaneous or permanent change in the genetic makeup of an organism lead to the change in the phenotype. It's called mutation. So the chemicals or the substances which causes the mutation or which leads the mutation are called mutagens. The substances which brought or bring or the substances which lead into the mutation or causes the mutation are called as mutagens. The substances which causes the mutations are called mutagens. They may be biological, they may be chemical, they may be physical like UV light, like paints which cause the mutation. So the mutagens are the physical like UV light, the chemicals, many chemicals that cause the mutation, or they may be biological. So the substances which cause the mutation are called mutagens. We know that there are two types of cells are present. One type is called as somatic cells. Another type is called as germinal cells. The germinal cells pass generation by generation. Pass by generation to generation. Thus, if the mutation causes in the germinal cells have the certain evolutionary significance, but the mutation which lead in the somatic cells have no evolutionary significance. So the mutations that occur in the germinal cells having certain evolutionary significance, but not the mutations that cause in the somatic cells. The mutations are of many types, like nonsense mutations, unsense mutations, a lot of mutations. For this syllabus, we are having two types of mutations. One is called the point mutation. Point mutation. Then what is point mutation? the mutation occur or the change in the single base pair. The change in the single base pair leading to the mutation is called point mutation. The change in the single base pair that lead into the mutation is called as the point mutation. Example for point mutation is called sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia. Example for the point mutation is the sickle cell anemia. How the sickle cell anemia occur? See, the hemoglobin of the human being, having 4 polypeptides or 4 chains. 2 alpha chains are present and 2 beta chains are present. The alpha chains having 141 base pairs, whereas the beta chain having 146 base pairs. So, how the sickle cell anemia occur? The mutation, the point mutation occur in the 6th position of the beta chain, where the GAG is turning to GUG, so that the single base pair is changed. That leading into the change of the amino acid. The glutamic acid is replaced by valine. The glutamic acid is replaced by valine. See, hemoglobin having 4 polypeptides, 2 alpha chains are present, 2 beta chains are present. The alpha chains are having 141 amino acids. The beta chain is having 146 amino acid. The 6th amino acid in the beta chain, where the glutamic acid is changed by the valine, so that the single base pair, that is because of the single base pair change, the A is replaced to U. A is replaced to U means GAG is converted into GUG, lead to the double concave shape of RBC into the sickle cell. Double concave shape of RBC into the sickle cell. It is a genetic disorder. So, it is called as point mutation. Change in the single base pair leading to the mutation is called as the point mutation. The example is the sickle cell anemia. Person is suffering with the anemia because the double concave shape of RBC is turning into the sickle shape because of this change, because of this mutation. The second mutation is the frame shift mutation. Second type of mutation is the frame shift mutation. Here, the addition or deletion of one codon or base pairs. Addition or deletion of one codon or the base pairs leading to the change in the protein structure, the polypeptide structure, is called as the frame shift mutation. Here, only single base pair change, but here the addition or the deletion of number of base pairs, like a codon change. Codon is a triplet where there are 3 base pairs are present. The 3 base pairs are combined called as codon. So, change in the codon leading to the change in the phenotype of a polypeptide is called frame shift mutation. So, that mutations are up to in your syllabus. The 2 kind of mutations are there. One is called as point mutation, other one is called as the frame shift mutation. So, now we are going to learn about the pedigree analysis. Now, what is pedigree analysis? What is pedigree? Now, before that, what is human genetics? A branch of genetics which deals with the study of the genetical factors or the genetics and the flow of characters in the humans is called as human genetics, or the branch of genetics which deals with the study of human heredity and transfer of characters from the parent to the offspring is called as human genetics. So what is pedigree analysis then? Pedigree analysis is nothing but the analysis of the flow of characters from ancestor to the descendants in a single family is called as the pedigree analysis. The flow of characters from grandfather to the grandchild in a single family is called as pedigree analysis. What is pedigree analysis? The analysis of the flow of characters from ancestor to the descendants in a single family is called as pedigree analysis. So the flow of characters or the heredity pattern is described in the form of tree. The flow of characters are described in the form of tree. So this tree is called as family tree or pedigree chart. Family tree or the pedigree chart, where the square bracket always indicate the male individual pedigree having certain symbols. To analyze the pedigree, there are symbols. The many symbols are there. These symbols are helpful us to analyze the character. So that always the square bracket indicate the male individual, the circle indicate the female individual, whereas the diamond indicate intersex or sex unspecified. See, the pedigree chart having certain symbols. These symbols indicate certain things. Like the square bracket always indicate the male individual, the circle indicate the female individual, the diamond indicate intersex or sex unspecified. A square bracket or a circle or a diamond with a dot or a bar that indicate dot, or sometimes they are represented with lines inside it. It is nothing but carriers. They're not affected but they carry the gene. It indicates the carriers. The carriers are nothing but the persons are not showing any symptoms of the disease or a disorder, but they carry the gene which is inherited. It is called the carriers. And a square bracket or a circle or a diamond is filled. This indicates the affected individual. And the person is showing the symptoms of a disorder. So it is called affected individual. A square bracket or a circle or a diamond which is filled one, it indicates the person is affected. Open, the healthy person. A square bracket is joined by a circle. This indicates marriage. A square bracket with a tree like passion. This indicates the parents and the offspring. Or children. So these are certain symbols helpful us to identify or analyze the flow of characters from ancestor to the descendants. In your textbook, the two charts are given. Those are, the first one is mentioned like this way. This is one chart is given. Second one. These are the two charts mentioned or given in your test. Before going to this, I want to give you certain glance or the types of pedigree. There are the 5 different traits in pedigree analysis. The first one is autosomal dominant trait. Autosomal dominant trait. This is the example of this is chart or the pedigree chart shows the autosomal dominant trait. Second one is autosomal recessive trait. This chart showing the flow of characters which is autosomal or the trait is autosomal recessive. Third is the X-linked dominant trait. The fourth one is X-linked recessive trait. Fifth one is Y-linked trait. We know that trait is a character. So what is autosomal dominant? The gene is located on the autosomes. We know that the two types of chromosomes are present, autosomes and allosomes, somatic chromosomes or sex chromosomes. So the genes which are present on the autosomes and that gene is a dominating one. That gene is dominating one is known as autosomal dominant trait. We know that, see, the capital T, the tallness is a dominating over recessive character. So that the tall character expresses. The pattern should be capital T, small t and small t small t in monohybrid cross. Where in both homozygous condition and the heterozygous condition, the phenotype is tall. Whereas in the recessive trait, only this condition, double recessive character, it is only a dark character. So that the gene, if it is dominant, it expressed in homozygous or heterozygous. So if it is gene is located on the autosomes, it's called autosomal dominant. So what is autosomal recessive? The gene is present on the autosomes or somatic chromosomes and it is the recessive one. Only the person is affected in double recessive condition. His normal when he is having the dominant character and his carrier, as I mentioned, the carrier state is healthy but he carries the gene for his next generation. This is what. See here in this condition, both autosome dominant and autosomal recessive. See, autosomes are similar in case of males and female. They are exactly similar. They are exactly similar in case of both male and females. But they are different. The male and females are different in these allosomes. The females are having 2 X chromosomes. The male is having X and Y chromosome. Only one X chromosome. So here X-linked means the gene is located on X chromosome. Gene is present on X chromosome. Is inherited. So this which is the genes which are present on X and Y chromosomes are inherited by the generation and generation. So they are shown the evolutionary significance as mentioned by the Nicodemus. So X-linked dominant means the gene which is located on X chromosome and it's showing the dominant character. See, example of hemophilia example of any gene, if it is having Duchenne muscular dystrophy is a gene. The capital D showing the character because the females are having two X chromosome. Capital D and X, C is a carrier. She carries the genes. X is a norm. So the males are having only one X chromosome. If the gene if it is present on X chromosome, he is the affected person. If gene is not present, he is a normal person. So that in X-linked traits, the males are more affected than the females. In autosomal characters, the males and females are equally affected because they are similar. They are similar in number, in shape, size in case of male and females. They are similar. So that in autosomal trait, they are equally affected and the carriers are present in both the cases. But if it is X-linked character, the males are more affected because they are having only one X chromosome and there is no carrier state in males. But the females may be affected and they have the carriers. In X-linked trait, only the females having the carrier. They carry the disease from to the next generation, but not in Y-linked trait because the Y chromosome is present only in the male. The Y chromosome is present only in the male, so the only males are affected with this kind of trait because the genes are present on Y chromosome. The Y chromosome is not present in the females. The Y chromosome is not present in the females, so that if the genes is located on the Y chromosomes, if they are inherited, the females are not suffering with the disease. Example, the baldness, hypertrichosis are the diseases which are present or which are located on the Y chromosomes. They get inherited. Only males are suffering with the disease or a disease. So here only males, here both male and female, here the males are more affected than the females because the males are having only one X chromosome, the gene is present on that, male is affected. The females are having two X chromosome, 50% of females are carriers, they carry the disease or a disorder to the next generation. But here the males are not unable to carry because they are having one body. So these are 5 different traits of inheritance. They inherited the character. So here we are having 2 different charts in the syllabus. One is showing the autosomal dominant trait. Second one is showing autosomal recessive trait. I take the dimpled cheek. The dimple present in the people. Dimpled cheek is one of the autosomal dominant character. See, dimpled cheek I take a symbol as D. D it is nothing but dimpled cheek. See here the person, the circle indicate, the field circle indicate the female is affected. So the dominant trait, both capital D female is up, male or females are affected because autosomal both affected. Capital D1 in a homozygous condition or the heterozygous condition, the person is affected. Only the person is normal in double recessive condition. So the male or the husband is normal, is having small d. In both the cases, the person is affected. Only in these cases, the person is normal. See this couple having 1, 2, 3, 4 children. The 4 children, the 50% are affected and 50% are not. They are having the 4 children, the 50% are affected, the 50% are not. See, we check it out by the checkable or test. See, if the girl or mother having the capital D is her genotype. See, we take the checkerboard like a female, male and female, where the female if she is having the homozygous dominant character like capital D. Male is normal, is having small d. Cross this D or gamete fuses to form capital D small d. This fuses to form capital D small d. This capital D fertilizes to form capital D small d. This capital D. So that in heterozygous condition, the person is affected. See, 100% of their children are affected if the mother having the genotype homozygous dominant capital D. But it is not the thing, because the 50% of their children are normal. It indicating that the C should be having the genotype of capital D and small d. See, capital D and the small d, the person is affected. Small d, the daughter is normal. Small d, this small d, the son is normal. Capital D and this small d, the daughter is normal. So the 50% of their children are affected and 50% of their children are normal. So that the mother having the genotype of heterozygous condition, that is capital D and small d. This way we have to analyze the pedigree. How the flow of characters from generation to generation. See, a son married to a woman, so that they both are normal because of normal character. Then all children are normal. See, she is affected. The daughter is affected when he married to a person who is normal, so that they are having the 3 children. The sons are normal, but the daughter is carried. So here, this D and this D combine to form capital D and small d. This D and this D combine to form small d and small d. This D and this D combine to form. So that 50% of or 3/4% of their children are normal and 1/4 of children are having the genotype of heterozygous condition. This way you have to analyze the pedigree. Say the Dim-Pucci is present. How the Dim-Pucci character is flowing in the family. Character is flowing in the family. This kind of analysis is called the pedigree analysis. Is a dominant character. I take one example for recessive character. It is given in your textbook. See, both husband and wife or mother and father are normal, but they are having 4 children. Among them, the 2 are affected. I take the autosomal recessive trait as one example for that is a sickle cell anemia or albinism. Albinism is a disease where, see, same features or symbol I am taking the capital A, the person with homozygous dominant trait. Capital A, small a, the person with carrier heterozygous trait. Small a is a recessive. As I mentioned that autosomal means the chromosomes or genes is present on autosomes and it is a recessive trait. Recessive trait means only in the recessive character the person is affected, and in dominant character the person is normal. In heterozygous condition, as the gene of a trait, a gene of a disorder is present, so this is a carrier, healthy but carrier means he carries the gene to next generation. Because of it is autosomal, so the carrier state is present in both male and female. affected. Their two children are affected with the disease. See, how it is possible? This is a normal person having capital A, capital A. She is a normal daughter having capital A, capital A. She is also a normal person having capital A. If check it out with the what is that? Check out. What is the character of a mother and father? The 50% of their children are affected. The 50% of their children are normal. So, I am taking few checkerboards like, see the normal, if the normal man is there, a man is a normal and the female is carrier. The female is carrier means she is having capital A, small a. Is it possible? Capital A is a normal person. Capital A is a normal person. Capital A, small a is a carrier. Capital A, small a is a carrier. But both are affected. Both are affected. But 50% are normal, but both are affected. It is not possible. So both male and females are carriers. Then what are the possibility in their children are affected? So both are carriers. The both male and females are carriers. Then what is the possibility? Check it out. Capital A is a normal person. Capital A, small a is a carrier. Capital A, small a is a carrier, but healthy but carrier. Small a is a affected individual. So that both are carriers. Thus, the capital A, small a, both are carriers. Thus, these genes are leading to the formation of the genotype of two sons and the one daughter are normal. These small a combined to form the two daughters are, what is that? Two daughters, a son and a daughter are the affected individual. So here is one thing. She should be a carrier so that their daughter or the son is having the affected, and he also is a carrier. He also a carrier. This way we have to analyze the pedigree chart. How the flow of characters occur in the ancestor to the descendants or the grandfather to the grandchild in a single family. So next class we are going to learn about the genetical disorders. How these disorders are flowing in the family. What is the inheritance pattern of these disorders, genetical disorders? They are also called as Mendelian disorders. Later on, we are going to learn about the chromatic aberrations or chromosomal disorders. So, thank you very much for the patience listening to understand both mutation and the pedigree. Thank you.